The Unspeakable Crimes of Steve Austin, finally revealed. That title isn't clickbait, because what happened behind the scenes of the Stone Cold legend is darker than most fans ever knew. Beer bashing, middle fingers, and title belts were only half the story. The other half? That's what WWE never wanted you to hear. June 2002. Police lights flash outside a Texas home. Inside, officers find Debra Marshall with a large welt under her right eye. Her husband, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the man who stunned Vince McMahon, the Texas Rattlesnake, the beer-drinking hero of millions. 2 months later, Austin turns himself in on domestic assault charges. How did we get here? How did wrestling's biggest rebel become this? The answer starts years before that mugshot. It starts with pain, real pain that would break most people. August 1997 SummerSlam. Austin faces Owen Hart in what should be a routine match. Instead, Hart botches a tombstone piledriver. Austin drops straight down. His head hits the mat first. For terrifying seconds, he can't feel anything below his neck. Complete paralysis. The diagnosis? Bruised spinal cord. Austin was furious, not just about the botch, but about Hart never calling to check on him. Years of bad blood followed. Owen's widow Martha later claimed Austin faked the injury, but everyone who saw it knew better. The damage was real and permanent. Before that night, Austin was a technical wrestler. He could chain wrestle with the best of them. After, his neck was shot. Surgery in 1999 made things worse, not better. Austin had to completely change his style. No more fancy moves, just punches, kicks, and brawling. Ironically, this limitation made Stone Cold even better. The simple brawling style fit his character perfectly, but the cost was massive. Chronic pain became his daily reality. He'd wrestle for years on a broken neck, pushing through agony most people couldn't imagine. The neck wasn't his only problem. Austin's knees were falling apart too. College football had damaged them first. Wrestling finished the job. By 1997, he needed a knee brace just to walk to the ring. Multiple surgeries followed. Even today, decades later, Austin needed a total knee replacement in 2024. The pain was so bad he couldn't put it off anymore. But physical pain was just the beginning. Austin's creative battles were just as brutal. When Austin first joined WWE in 1995, they gave him the ringmaster gimmick, a calm, technical wrestler managed by Ted DiBiase. Austin hated it. He called it flat and lifeless, a charisma vacuum. He'd already shown fire in WCW and ECW. But WWE wanted him quiet. Austin only stuck with it because he needed the money. Thankfully, the ringmaster died quickly. Stone Cold was born. But even at his peak, Austin fought with management constantly. He believed in his character. He understood what fans wanted. And he wasn't afraid to say when WWE got it wrong. The biggest mistake? WrestleMania 17, Austin's home state of Texas. The crowd worshipped him. In the main event against The Rock, Austin did the unthinkable. He turned heel. He joined forces with Vince McMahon, his greatest enemy. It was Austin's idea, and he immediately regretted it. The fans weren't ready to boo their hero. They couldn't accept Austin working with McMahon. It went against everything Stone Cold represented. Austin later called it a terrible move. The heel turn damaged his momentum and confused his fan base. Things got worse in 2002. WWE wanted Austin to lose clean to Brock Lesnar on a random episode of Raw. No build-up, no story, just a throwaway match to make Lesnar look strong. Austin refused. He believed such an important match belonged on pay-per-view. It should mean something. WWE disagreed. So Austin walked out, just left, didn't show up to work. Vince McMahon publicly said he wouldn't rehire him. The Rock criticized Austin for taking his ball and going home. Austin later admitted he handled it wrong. He should have talked to Vince directly, but he stood by his reasoning. Don't give away big matches for free. This wasn't just ego. Austin understood the business better than most. He knew his value. He knew how to protect it, but his methods created enemies and burned bridges. The walkout happened at the worst possible time. Austin's personal life was exploding. His marriage to Debra Marshall was falling apart. The pressure of constant travel, chronic pain, and creative battles was crushing him. Then came that night in June 2002. The police report, the assault charge. Austin eventually pleaded no contest to misdemeanor assault. He got probation, a $1,000 fine, and community service. But the damage to his reputation was permanent. Debra later revealed more disturbing details. In a 2007 interview, she claimed Austin had assaulted her 3 separate times. She also alleged WWE had imposed a gag order to protect their investment. The company supposedly feared financial losses if the story went public. This wasn't Austin's first relationship failure. He'd been married 4 times total. His first wife was his high school sweetheart. That marriage ended because of his wrestling career. His second wife was Jeannie Clark, who actually created the Stone Cold name. They divorced in 1999 after having kids together. Austin has 3 children total, but his relationships with them have been strained. On his podcast, he's admitted deep regret about his fatherhood. He wishes he'd been a better dad. The constant travel and obsession with his career cost him precious time with his kids. The pattern was clear. Austin's success came at a massive personal cost. Every relationship suffered, every marriage failed. His children grew up without their father around, and the physical pain never stopped. By 2003, Austin's body was sending final warnings. The day before WrestleMania 19, he was hospitalized with heart problems and numbness. His neck was destroyed, his knees were shot, his personal life was in ruins. He chose The Rock as his final opponent and retired from full-time wrestling. The transition was brutal. Austin disappeared for 3 years. During that time, he admits to heavy drinking. The beer-drinking gimmick had become real. Austin was using alcohol to cope with the end of his identity. Wrestling had been everything to him. Without it, he was lost. Austin has been honest about this struggle. On his podcast, he talks about how hard it was to get over missing wrestling. The mental adjustment took years. He wouldn't want to go through it again. The psychological impact was as damaging as any physical injury. But unlike many wrestlers, Austin found a way forward. He moved to California to try acting. That didn't work out, but he discovered his real talent was hosting. Reality shows like Broken Skull Challenge and Redneck Island became hits. His interview show, Broken Skull Sessions, connected him back to wrestling on his terms. Austin also became an entrepreneur. He started a successful beer company. He bought a ranch in Texas where he hunts and fishes. He remarried in 2009 to Kristen Ferez, and that relationship has lasted. For the first time in decades, Austin found stability. Today, Austin is honest about his alcohol use. He drinks responsibly as an adult. He's clarified he never swore off alcohol completely, but the heavy drinking period is behind him. He's found balance. The neck injury that nearly ended his career early actually created his greatest character. The walkout that damaged his reputation was based on solid business principles. Even the failed heel turn showed Austin's willingness to take creative risks. But some things can't be explained away. The domestic assault conviction is a permanent stain. The multiple failed marriages show a pattern of relationship problems. The strained relationships with his children reveal the true cost of his success. Austin's story isn't just about wrestling. It's about the price of fame, the cost of putting career before family, the danger of losing yourself in a character, and the possibility of redemption, even after serious mistakes. Stone Cold Steve Austin revolutionized wrestling. His impact on the industry is undeniable. The Attitude Era wouldn't have existed without him. He saved WWE from bankruptcy and created countless memories for millions of fans, but he also assaulted his wife. He walked out on his responsibilities. He chose his career over his children. He battled addiction and depression. He accumulated injuries that still affect him today. The real Steve Austin is more complex than Stone Cold ever was. He's a man who achieved incredible success while making terrible personal choices. He's someone who understood the wrestling business better than almost anyone, but couldn't manage his own life. His story is both inspiring and cautionary. It shows what's possible when talent meets opportunity, but it also reveals what happens when success comes at any cost. Austin has spent years trying to repair the damage. His current marriage is stable, his business ventures are successful, his relationship with WWE has been rebuilt, he's found peace at his ranch in Texas, but the scars remain. The broken relationships, the legal conviction, the physical pain that will never fully heal, the regrets that can't be undone. These are the unspeakable crimes of Steve Austin. Not just the assault charge, but the slower destruction of everything that should have mattered most. The collateral damage of building a legend. Stone Cold Steve Austin will always be remembered as one of wrestling's greatest stars. But the man behind the character paid a price that no championship could ever be worth.